Hello everyone, my name's Abby and I'm the Culinary Director here at Otterbein St. Mary's.
And I'm Melissa, I'm the Executive Director here at Otterbein St. Mary's.
And today we are going to make a mug cake. So the recipe for this we will probably either deliver out to the homes or at least have it on Channel 4 in the next couple days, but it's super simple. You probably have these type of ingredients just laying around your house. So we're going to get started. So the number one thing that you're going to need is a mug. It recommends straight sides, so that way the cake will cook evenly as you are microwaving it. So the first thing we're going to do is take our mug and spray it on the inside, so that way it's a little easier to clean up later. Good.
And not spray, Abby, in the meantime.
Okay, and then we don't have really small bowls to mix, so we're going to use just this cup. So the first thing we're going to do is mix up the dry ingredients just like you would with any type of cake that you're making. So the recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of flour plus 2 tablespoons. So that's what we're going to do here. Okay, so that's 2 tablespoons, and Melissa's going to do 2 tablespoons too.
So Abby, do you like to bake, or what is your favorite thing to like?
I really like to make bread, but it's very time consuming.
So do you use a bread maker, or do you make it in the oven?
I have never used a bread maker in my life, but I typically use an oven.
Oh.
I took a class in college called Artisan Breads. It was my favorite class that I took. So you're gonna add a 1/4 cup to yours now.
All right.
We made all different kinds of bread. We made French bread and pretzels and rye bread and sweetbreads and different stuff like that.
Oh, that would be fun.
For our final, it was 6 hours long, and we had to make 6 baguettes, 2 loaves of rye bread, 2 loaves of wheat bread, 2 different types of cookies, like pretzels, like all of this stuff, like a mass production bakery. For your final, it was crazy. It was a lot of work.
I never had a 6-hour final in my life, thank God.
We had them every class. Okay, the next ingredient is sugar. So each of us is going to put 2 tablespoons of sugar. You can just dump yours in if you want.
Okay. It's already measured out, so.
Yeah. And then we are going to add in the baking powder. We need a 1/4 teaspoon of that. That's gonna be a little hard to measure, so we're just gonna eyeball it a little bit.
Is that kind of how you cook? Sometimes it's just like
nothing can go wrong. It'll be fine.
Whatever.
So now we're just gonna take a fork and mix together the dry ingredients so that way they're well blended.
So when did you start cooking? Like, how old were you when you began cooking?
I was really, really, really little. We used to have to help make supper because my mom worked a lot. So then we would get home from school and we would be in charge of something. So like we would have to make vegetable soup before we left for school. And my mom always teases me that she would always be the one to get the can lid, because we would have to open the cans of stuff and put it in the crock pot, and then we would accidentally like leave the can lids in it.
As it was cooking.
Yeah. So she.
So did you accidentally, or did you just like not worry about it when you dumped it in?
I was like 6. Like I was so small. So yeah, it was really an accident.
Wow.
But then I cooked all the time. So I would cook with my grandma, I would cook with my mom, and it's just like big in our family. So kind of everybody does. And then I worked at a catering company, which is where I like started professionally, I guess.
Right.
When I was 15. So I was really young.
Professional cook at 15. That's great.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna add in some cinnamon. I guess I didn't really say what the flavor is. So the flavor that we're doing is a snickerdoodle.
Ooh.
So we just added the sugar, and now we're adding the cinnamon.
Just one.
Yep. We're gonna mix that in too. So now it's like almost, it kind of looks like a spice cake almost.
Yeah. You could do this with your grandkids too. This would be a fun thing to do with grandkids when they come to your house.
The nice thing is too, like if you're home right now and you are somebody that's used to baking for grandkids or families or whatever, and you don't want to have a whole cake at your house, this is a really good way to still get a treat, but not have a whole cake sitting there on your counter.
Right.
So that's what we're doing now. We are going to add a 1/4 cup of warm milk. I don't really know why it has to be warm, but that's what it says, so that's what we're going to do. Into our mixing cup. And then at the same time, we're also going to add in 2 tablespoons of melted butter.
I never knew you could make like a cake in a cup. Like that's kind of become a big thing. But
It
gosh,
really
when I was
has.
younger, that wasn't really a big thing, was it? 2 of these?
Yep. We're going to mix that around a little bit. And it really does. It looks just like cake batter. It's just a really small amount.
Right.
Okay, now we're going to add our vanilla, which I never measure vanilla ever. So I'm just going to pour a little in there, probably about a 1/2 teaspoon. It smells really good.
So what's your favorite food that you like to eat?
I really like fresh pasta. That kind of goes along with the fresh
Do you do
bread
homemade
type.
pasta? Do you make homemade pasta?
Yep. Yep.
I wish I could do that.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
A
homemade
lot of
pasta
work.
with a lot of work.
The last place I worked before here, we had what you call a postulator. So we had an extruder, a postulator, and then a roller. And so we made like 15, 20 different types of pasta all the time.
Oh, neat.
So we made like some really crazy ones like squid ink. So it was black. We made some beet pasta, so it was like red. We made spinach, so it was green. And
We
like
need a
all this different
postulator
stuff.
here. That would be kind of cool.
It was
What do you think
flown
about
in
that?
from Italy. It was really expensive.
Well, okay. Well,
But
maybe
it
we
was
can't
really
afford
cool.
that.
It was really cool.
We'd have to sell a lot of pasta.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But the crazy thing was how cheap it was to make. So flour is like really cheap. Like what do we say? Like $4 for a 5-pound bag.
Right.
And then it was basically flour, eggs, and oil. And eggs are like
Yeah, they're
10
cheap
cents a
too.
piece.
Right.
So we could make enough pasta to make like 50 portions of whatever we were making for like $10.
Oh, wow. So we would save money. So we could maybe justify the postulator
Maybe.
from Italy.
Maybe.
How about
We
that?
could think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
So do you allow me to like lick the fork off when I'm done or no?
Maybe off camera. I don't know. Okay.
I love batter. I know you're not
I
supposed
know.
to eat it, right?
I
Because it's
know.
supposed to make you sick, but
Well,
I
there's
always-
no eggs in this.
oh yeah, there isn't.
Yeah, you could definitely eat
So
it.
definitely, I could just
Okay.
eat it like this and not bake it.
Okay, so now we're going to pour our batter into our oiled cup. Oh, I got some on the table. This is
Uh-oh.
real life here. And if you see it like in your mug, it's only going to be about half full, and that's what you want because just like a cake, it is going to rise. And if you fill it too full, like if we were to do a double batch and put it in this mug, we would have an absolute mess. So we
Right.
don't want to do that. So I'm going to go microwave my cake
Okay.
while Melissa does
This is
whatever
with hers.
she's doing.
Why I lick my fork. Mmm.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm. So my kids, we fight over the leftover batter that is in the bowl when you're done, and we take the spatula, and then of course we always leave extra on the spatula. So my favorite's brownie batter though. I love brownie batter.
There are a lot of different recipes. There's brownie recipes and like walnut cakes and hummingbird cakes and carrot cakes and different things like that that you could do. I just chose the snickerdoodle because that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
But if you put like a scoop of vanilla ice cream on this or butter pecan, it would be so good. Yeah.
There you go, residents. So you can put ice cream on top of it, which we all love the ice cream with our cake, don't we? During the day. So how long do you microwave it?
90 seconds.
Oh, so just 90 seconds and you have it. Wow, I would stop making cake altogether and just do it this way.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's great. We're almost done. We'll see what this turns out to be. So my favorite cake is chocolate cake with chocolate icing, because I'm a chocolate freak. So can you do something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. We don't have any cocoa powder here, which is why I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought about
So
it.
you'd use cocoa powder.
Yeah.
See, can you do a box cake with this and mix it up and put it in a cup? You don't know if that would work?
I don't know.
Because that's how I cook, that's how I make cakes.
So this one's done.
So I have a story of my son. I have very little time to cook, right? So when I make cookies, I buy the pre-made that are in the tube from the store. Some of you are probably rolling your eyes at this, but we just don't have a lot of time. So when I would make cookies, I would just put them out on the sheet. Well, he had a girlfriend, he went to her house and she was mixing up stuff like we just did. And he said, well, what are you making? And she said, chocolate chip cookies. And he said, well, my mom doesn't make chocolate chip cookies that way. She said, well, how's she make them? He said, she buys them in a tube. So, you know, I mean, we do what we have time for, Abby.
You win some, you lose some,
Yeah,
you know?
that's right.
So
Okay.
it's expanded quite a bit. I don't know if you can really see it, but it went from halfway up the mug to almost 3/4 of the way. And it's about the perfect amount of space for some ice cream. So that's what I would do.
Ooh, yeah.
But it looks pretty good. It looks like a normal cake. Like it even has a little bounce to it like it would for a normal cake. And then you can just eat it.
Right. And you could add like probably cream cheese frosting or
Yes.
whatever to it.
Or even like if you like a little bit of milk on your cake if you want it really
Ooh,
soft.
yeah.
But yeah, now you can, it smells really good. You can eat it. You can do whatever you want with it. So yeah.
Are we gonna try it?
Yeah, but yours is still in the microwave.
Oh yeah, I gotta get.
So we gotta
She's
wait.
gonna get mine. We'll try it with our brownie forks. It's all right, or our battered forks.
Oh, yours is really crazy.
Oh no! What did I put in it that made it rise more? What do you think? I put too much baking soda. You think?
Well, we probably should have ended it and we didn't. Whatever, it's fine.
We'll see. I'm sure it'll taste wonderful. I mean, what cake doesn't taste good?
Right.
There we go. All right. Here's mine. It looks a little more lumpy than that piece. All right, here we go.
It's
Good?
really good. Mhm.
Mine's gonna be a little hot, so.
It's very hot. It really does. Tastes just like a cake.
Mm,
There's
yeah.
there's dairy in it, but there's not any eggs,
Right.
so that's good. But the only two things that you would really need are dry ingredients and the milk. So one thing that I saw is if you wanted to like give it as a gift or something like that, you could get a cute little mug and then you could measure out all of the dry ingredients into a little bag and put that in there. Oh boy.
Throwing
Put
it.
that in there and then just tape the recipe to it, and then the only thing that they would need to add is the milk and the butter.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That would be a great gift for people.
Yeah.
How creative.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for watching.